Hello.
Hello.
We're back with this, and we're doing the final adventure level. So let's crack on. This time we're on the roof.
Not
Uh,
the roof.
yeah, I've been doing all right so far, and this is a pretty easy game. But I keep worrying I'm gonna lose at some point.
Well, I mean, as you should.
Alright, well we're gonna need those, aren't we? And I suppose I might as well. Uh,
Is that a watermelon one? Looks like a watermelon one.
where?
First one.
Oh, that's a cabbage pulp.
Oh, cabbage. It looks like a watermelon from here. It's quite
Okay.
small on my
Well,
screen.
there will be watermelon ones.
Well, I know there's a watermelon one at some point. That's why.
Uh, uh, No, I can't really use peaches because the roof is slanted, you see.
Yeah, you need something that's a bit less.
Oh, fuck it.
Does
Well,
anything that fires a normal projectile?
yeah, cabbage pulps do.
No, but that's different, isn't it? That's an arc rather than a forwards.
Hmm. Oh, happy little plant pots.
What makes you say that they're happy?
And they got little scrunched up smiley faces.
Happy?
Yeah.
You know, I can't see him.
Yeah, look at this thing.
Right, move this over here.
One more,
And you
please.
have
One
my
more, please. One more, please. Thank you.
cabbage.
One more. Okay, that'll do. Thank you.
Oh boy, it sure would be annoying if you accidentally were on the wrong row, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
Did they eat the plant pots? I can't remember.
No. Well, I think, yeah, they can. It's like lily pod pads, I think. Eventually.
How bothersome.
And it just.
Push him. Push him now.
That's annoying.
Reverse. Yes, the customer that I did the really annoying job for wants some
Mm.
more.
Uh,
But like they want some more, but like a before after thing.
right.
And very interestingly, they asked me how many I think they should send me for that. Like how many pictures, and I'm like, well,
Mm.
two
Mm.
for before and for after. No, you don't. What's the fucking?
Well, you might want
It's
to
in the
choose
fucking name, isn't it?
from a selection.
No, I. The trouble is, if people send me 20 pictures, they expect me to use 20 pictures, even if 15 of them are shit.
Uh,
My biggest customer, the one who's had 183 from me, he he keeps. Oh, that's helpful.
yeah, it's not the worst place it could go, is it?
He keeps sending some of the same pictures, so
Uh,
I'm having to redo some of the same pictures again for with different words, which is really
mm.
annoying to me. Oh, that's our guy.
Yeah, they'll pop up.
His head changed after we killed him.
Oh, no, let's get a double up in here. Oh, oh, there we go.
And then someone that I did some for today, the one who gave that feedback, he's sent me another tenner because he wants 10 more doing.
Have I got rakes? I do, but I can also get these, which is a must.
What is that?
They're roof cleaners, so they're lawnmowers for the roof.
Oh. Yeah, because you ain't got no lawn on that roof.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
you got javelin guys.
they worry me.
Oh, you got the roof cleaner, so you're all good now.
Okay, you know what? This is probably better. Cool, right, let's go. Would you like a topic?
Yeah, go on then.
What's going on with the SMP?
Oh, they're having a right old field day, aren't they?
Yeah, well, the leaders resigned. I
Yeah, because
heard.
the power sharing deal fell through or
Well,
ended or something.
I heard he was essentially trying to call the Green Party's bluff, and then it backfired, and he basically had to resign because of it, didn't he?
Yeah, and that'll teach him
Yeah.
to bluff when he hasn't got the bluffing
Yeah.
power.
Remember, kids, only bluff if you're prepared to go through with it. You know.
I mean, yeah, basically. And in poker, only bluff if you've got the hand to follow up.
Yeah. You must be
This is not
prepared.
bluffing then, is it?
Yeah, you may not want. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. But yeah, you should only do it, and if you're certain they won't, or you're on some level prepared to follow through with it.
It's always important to follow through.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all gone a bit pear shaped, hasn't it?
Certainly has.
But you know, maybe their moment has passed. Anyway, because I've got that whole embezzlement scandal or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was going really well for him for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then all
You
of a
know,
sudden, not anymore.
independence was closer than it's been ever, really. Well, I say ever in recent times, but not no more.
No. Pissed it away.
Yeah, come on, get.
They don't half run those ones, do they?
No, they don't, do they?
Hmm. In a similar style of question,
Hmm.
what's going on with the co-op live arena?
Oh yeah, all I heard about that was that Peter Kay, his show has been cancelled again.
Yeah, they keep postponing and delaying and whatever in shows
Hmm.
that are meant to be there because they've not officially started yet.
Hmm.
And it's an absolute fucking shambles. The bloke who was in charge of it, he's resigned because apparently he was criticizing other competing places that were quote badly ran.
Yeah. Huh.
Which the irony,
Yeah.
it's no, the whole thing is just an absolute fucking joke. Take that, we're meant to be there for 5 days next week, I
Hmm.
think it was, and they've moved to a rival arena for it because they'll actually be able to go there. It's no, absolutely appalling.
Yeah.
But it's just typical of us, isn't it, as a nation, to have this big deal that actually turns out as a fucking joke.
Hmm. Remember the Millennium Stadium?
I do remember Millennium Stadium.
I remember that. I mean, I was only little, but I remember that being a big fucking thing that sort of went nowhere, or didn't live up to its hype. Put it that way.
Or whatever it does.
Well, they inherited that from the Tory government.
Did they?
Yeah, that was like John Major's legacy project,
Top row.
and basically there was a conversation, I think, between John Prescott and whoever, and basically said, look, if we lose this election, we'd like you to give your guarantee that you'll continue this. And they did a vote in the cabinet, and a lot of them were against it, but Tony Blair was for it, so it happened.
Well, exactly how democracy should be.
Yes.
honestly.
Mm.
Wow. We did have we do have a habit of things just being a bit stupid like this, haven't we?
Yeah, that's true.
I think we'd learned our lesson.
Do you? Would you?
Well, yeah, you'd hope so.
You'd hope so, but do we ever?
No. No, we do not. We had a interesting piece of information at work the other day.
Did you really?
Apparently, there are some preparations for the Christmas party underway.
All
That
right.
is
God,
this
that's
year.
early. Fucking hell.
Yep. When I found out, my immediate reaction was to look at my watch and say, "Already," and I don't wear a watch.
Uh,
I do that thing where I look at my wrist as if I'm wearing a watch, and I do it. I just do it subconsciously. I don't even plan to do it. I just
you're so zany.
so it's been commented on a few times with mostly positive reaction.
Uh,
I love that you look at your wrist even though you're not wearing a watch. Shit like that.
uh,
Although I have told myself that if I do end up being asked to do the marathon, invited to do a marathon, I
Yeah.
will get myself a Fitbit. Which seems an appropriate use of stuff. Or maybe an Apple
Yeah,
Watch.
it does, yeah.
I'll see. Something of that sort of ilk so I can, keep a proper track of me exercising and me stuff. I've converted my calendar into a weight calendar, so I'm seeing how much rather than what it was tracking
Okay,
before.
so after this one, we've got to get a new rake. Well, that's good. I have my phone has a health app, so it counts my steps.
Yeah, my phone has a health app, but I don't like when I'm at home. I'll often leave my phone here, and also I don't do that many steps at the moment. But I have a desk job, and I drive to work, and like
Mm.
I don't have much need to walk anywhere.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll have to change that up if I do end up marathoning. But we'll see.
Look at how few fucking plant pots we've got.
When do they do the bowling on this one?
They don't do bowling on this one. That was a one-time thing just to showcase the mini game.
Yeah, they should do bowling on this one.
Mm.
That'd be cool. But yeah, I'll get myself a Fitbit or something, and then I'll have a watch. But yeah, Christmas party is
Mm.
being planned. It sounds like it's going to be a we're booking a place for it thing. So,
We don't
alright.
do that because a lot of my team hate Christmas.
See, I'm not a big fan. I got told, and I'm going to kick up a fuss if this ended up being a serious thing. But I got told that I'm going to have to dance with someone,
Ugh. Oh,
and I said I don't dance. And I mean, I do dance, but I dance for myself, not because people fucking clap their hands and say "Dance, Jordan, dance." I do it because I want to do it in the privacy of my own home. And me saying that to someone in the office at the time made them think of Saltburn,
yeah.
which was not a pleasant image for them.
No, no, I can imagine that.
Um,
I don't
but
want to, but I can.
I'm big on consent when it comes to things in general, but in particular, it seems to be a buzzword that I have to keep pointing out in the office.
Yes, I can't abide people who go on, you want to dance, you know you want to dance, really. But no, no, I do not want to dance, really. I'm very much aware of what I want to do and what I do not want to do, and I do not want to dance, really. Oh, go on, don't be boring, you want to dance. Oh, go on, don't ruin it. God, you're so boring, just have a dance. Fuck off. You know?
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I just won't do it. I just won't dance. I have every right not to.
You
And I
do.
don't give a fuck if it. I don't give a fuck if it ruins someone's Christmas
You
party.
bloody do. We're at that age now where we need to start, saying, fuck you, I don't want to do that.
There is, of course, every possibility it was a joke, right? But
Mm.
it wasn't pointed out to be a joke when I said no, I'm not doing that.
Mm.
Which makes me think it wasn't,
Mm.
right? Because they were like, no, I don't mean it. I'm just messing about, right? And it's like, oh yeah, fair enough. Then. But they were like, no, you've got to. It's like, no, I fucking don't.
No, I will quit if you make me dance. You can sue them. Like genuinely,
Well,
you can sue them if
seems
they.
like a very weird thing to. I suppose in a manner of speaking, it's harassment, isn't
It
it?
is harassment. You know, if they force you to dance and you don't want to dance and you feel like you have to because you know your job's on the line or whatever. It's grounds for something.
Yeah. Someone's gonna get dismissed.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be such a shame if it was me. But then that'd be unfair dismissal, and then that's another lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
For legal reasons, if anyone from my workplace is for some god knows why reason watching this video, no, I don't intend to sue us over something as frivolous as having to dance at a Christmas party. This is, of course, just a conversation between two friends. It couldn't possibly end up happening, but if it does, it wasn't me.
Someone from my workplace is
Hang up
watching. I want you to know I absolutely will.
Good. And as you should. What if
um,
your therapist will watch this?
probably not. Um, so I have a topic.
Oh,
I don't suppose you're familiar with the Chucky TV series.
I've not seen it, but I'm vaguely aware of it.
Yes, that was sort of my view. I was vaguely aware of it, and I sort of
Isn't it meant to carry on from after the
yeah. I
cult of
mean,
Chucky film?
yeah, they've continued really the story. Right, a very consistent canon. The Chucky films, weirdly enough, of all horror films, it sort of sticks to it,
Yeah,
which is
this is
not
good.
because I mean the main Don Mancini's been connected with it right from the off.
So is Brad.
Sorry.
So is Brad.
Yeah, yeah. Um, which you know is good. But I sort of assumed, okay, this is something that has, you know, been on as probably been cancelled or probably ran for a series and the ratings weren't great, and so it was cancelled. So you know, I suddenly remembered it existed, so I looked it up, and I was surprised. For a start, it's on series 3,
Hmm.
but perhaps more importantly, the plot of series 3 sees Chucky go to the White House.
Jesus Christ.
He kills the president
Jesus Christ.
and tries to start a nuclear war,
Jesus Christ.
but is stopped at the last minute and only nukes the North Pole. This is in the most recent episode, which is the penultimate episode of Series 3.
Jesus Christ.
His last words before he gets shot and dies, the puppet him, "Fuck Santa," and then he manages to push the button and nuke the North Pole. So Chucky dies. Tiffany was executed on death row.
Fucking hell.
But there's a little amendment to that because in the most recent clip, Chucky meets Damballa, who's the voodoo god that he worships,
Hmm.
and asks for one more chance. This is him as a ghost, as played by Brad Dourif,
Hmm.
and he's got it. So he's got one more chance to, you know, to do something noteworthy.
So hang on, I assume they did something then to stop the truckload of Chucky dolls.
I assume they did too.
Because that was something that I'd heard was that they'd found a truckload of them, and they were gonna.
Oh right, sorry, I thought you meant a metaphorical truckload, i.e., you know, the fact that there were like 8 of them or something at the end of that most
No, but
recent movie.
I'm pretty sure I heard that there was a literal truck that they were going to do that thing so that they had more of him in,
Yeah,
which makes sense. Like
yeah,
a small army.
yeah. Worried about you, Buster. Not anymore. I'm not.
Buster Keaton
Mm.
or Buster Move.
Yeah. It just caught me by surprise.
No,
Chucky
understandable.
killed the president and the first lady. Come to think of it,
What year was this meant to be? So you know
it
which
wasn't.
president?
It wasn't a Trump XP, as far as
Was it
I'm
not?
aware. It wasn't like a Trump esque figure.
Just someone actually presidential then.
Yeah, it was just generic president who was killed by Trump.
Jonathan Price.
What?
He's played the president, you know.
Yeah, he was in Commander Cobra or whatever, was it?
Command and Conquer. The same Command and Conquer with Tim Curry in.
Oh no, he played it in a video in a TV show as well.
Oh, I don't know.
It was oh I don't know, what's Cobra Commander in?
Is that G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe was in the G.I. Joe movie, that's right.
I introduced my partner to the Tim Curry saying space video because she hadn't seen it, and I'm adamant she'd seen it, but she reckoned she hadn't. So I introduced her to that, and she lost her fucking she lost her shit for like a minute and a half over it.
All right.
I assume you're familiar. You've seen it, right?
Yes,
Please tell me you've
the
seen
one
it.
place
Yeah.
where communism
That hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Yes, I've seen it.
I think if it wasn't so obvious he was trying not to laugh, it wouldn't be as funny.
Well, yeah, he's not doing too well at the minute, Tim Curry.
No, he's not.
Or not for a few years. He had his stroke, but he's still much beloved. It's a shame he's no longer able to work really, but he has a great body of work to reference and look back on. So
Bruce
yeah.
Willis has been not doing too great lately.
No, but Bruce Willis again. That's one of the great things about being an actor of that sort of magnitude. You do have the legacy. You know, people are going to be watching Die Hard for a long fucking time to come.
Yeah.
You know. That's
maybe not Die Hard 2, but Die Hard, sure.
Well, people will still watch Die Hard 2, you see. That's the
yeah,
thing.
but not as much as I'll watch Die Hard.
Well, no, of course not. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. He will exist in that capacity.
Yeah.
You know, you're sort of immortalized at that point, really, or well, to a large extent. Well, that was a good guess, wasn't it?
Speaking of immortalized movie people, and someone who did some immortalizing of their own of a movie.
Yeah.
You know that story about the woman who saved Toy Story 2 because someone had actually deleted.
Yes, she got
so
fired.
I did hear that. I wasn't entirely sure how true it was, but that was the thing I was going to say.
Heard,
so,
yeah. And for those of you that don't know, Toy Story 2, I think they accidentally deleted like 90% of it.
Something like that, yeah. So I just realised that I've turned around and my microphone is now facing the opposite way to where it used to be. So I'm actually facing away from the microphone. So I'll just reposition myself. I got myself comfortable in the way I normally get comfortable with my feet up and stuff. But it's I've pointed the wrong way for it. So yeah, there we go. Carry on. Yeah,
yeah.
90% of it.
And she happened to have a copy saved at home. The only reason, well, I say the only reason why, I don't know whether they would have scrapped the project at that point, but. You know,
I reckon they probably would have. To be honest with you.
Maybe it would have been very different.
The amount of time it takes to make those movies, especially back then,
it was a hell of an investment. Yeah, I mean, we certainly wouldn't have got it in the form it is in now.
No, absolutely not.
So remember, whatever you do, you are not indisposable.
But I just want to gauge this very brief idea with you. Is a job-saving act like that still relevant today after such a long period of time? We're talking 20 years.
I mean,
does that justify keeping your job for life?
How many? I mean, I think it deserves a bit of bloody respect. How many films of Pixar released at that point? Because if it was as big a hit as, if it was a big enough hit, the company could have gone out of business.
Well, Pixar.
They had, I think it was Toy Story, A Bug's Life, and then Toy Story 2.
Yeah, that's right.
They'd had 2 movies, and Toy Story was huge. I think A Bug's Life did, very well as well. But
yeah, I mean, this was 1999, right? We're talking nearly 25 years because it's November. 25 years. Can someone really live off that forever?
Yeah.
And I think there comes a point where you have to say, look, it doesn't matter anymore.
I don't
personally.
know. I think doing such a service for the company ought to
Like,
grant you a.
absolutely understand it deserves respect and appreciation, right? I get that 100%.
Yeah.
But if they're having to lay people off, you know,
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't get what you mean.
there has to be a statute of limitations on the good stuff and the bad stuff alike,
Hmm.
right? If it's like the person who accidentally deleted it all in the first place probably still doesn't have a job in there anyway, right? But
Maybe
if
not.
they
Yeah.
did, you couldn't hold it against them now, I don't think,
No.
right? So the opposite has to work.
Hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. Like, it is a shame that she's not got a job there anymore.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. You know.
Maybe it was a voluntary thing, and we've not been given all the detail.
She got a golden parachute. I mean,
Yeah,
the truth be told, I'm not sure whether she was high ranking enough to get to warrant a golden parachute.
no, probably not. Speaking of voluntary,
Yeah.
did you hear about the latest thing about Rwanda and
Oh,
sending
that's.
people there?
I saw the first deportations were happening.
Well, no, technically no.
No, are they going voluntarily?
The one person that was being reported as having gone was a voluntary person to leave
Hmm.
on a different scheme to the one that's the big deal. So the big deal is irrelevant to it.
Hmm.
You know, the flights deportations to
Yeah,
Rwanda,
yeah, yeah.
different policy. So it's like they do not overlap, other than the fact that they it's to do with immigration and Rwanda, right?
Hmm.
So the one person that has volunteered, who I believe is also the first person to volunteer, doesn't mean that the flights to Rwanda are working. Doesn't
Hmm.
mean that they've happened.
Hmm.
Also, they got given a sum of money as a relocation fund. How much money do you think that is?
25 pence. £2,000.
No,
£2,000.
£3,000.
Uh,
They were given a £3,000 relocation fund.
it's getting more and more expensive.
It is getting more and more expensive, and again, different policy, but it really is ridiculous. I mean, if it was, I don't know how much £3,000 actually is in Rwanda. Um, Rwanda cost of living. Cost of living in Rwanda. Switch to GBP, so I can actually understand it all. GBP. Um, do, 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 do. Okay, that's interesting. A one-bedroom apartment in a city centre costs almost as much rent as me,
Right.
as much rent as I'm paying. So
Oh, well,
actually, or
that's
realistically, cost
good.
of living's about the same.
Yeah, but city centre, I mean, you'd expect
Well,
that to be
yeah,
a lot
so
more.
outside of centre, you're talking 230 quid
Yeah, it's close
a
to all
month
your stuff in it.
for a one-bed apartment. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm paying about 350, 360. I can't remember what it is now, um, but the average monthly salary
Hmm.
after tax apparently is only 208 quid. So that doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think well, again, it's a city. All the rich people live in cities, don't they?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
I mean, the only reason why
Yeah.
this policy exists is that it's a natural manifestation of the whole send them back where they came from thing. You know, send them all back to foreign land. You know, just get rid of them. We don't care where. And Rwanda is cost effective and also far away. I'd say,
Yeah.
cost effective. It's, cheap and we'll take them.
Mm.
You know.
Just trying to find. Oh, it's a loaf of bread these days. You're looking at quid, aren't you?
What, here?
Yeah,
Like a quid, 125, something like that.
depends on what loaf. I think we spend 120 on the little loaves that we get. If you're getting like a 50-50 or something, we're talking like one
Oh
160
shit!
nowadays.
Oh fuck! What the fuck? It's jumping over everything.
He's dead.
What's plus?
Oh, I reckon it's about 83 pence for a loaf of fresh white bread there.
Hmm. Okay, well that's.
Kilo of chicken's less than £4. Kilo of apples are 2.5 quid.
Mm,
So it all, you know, it's relatively.
yeah,
I don't know. It's comparable, isn't it?
I suppose. Hmm.
But no, I mean, for the right amount of money, I'd fucking move.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they want to, I'd volunteer. If they're going to give me,
Mm.
you know, not that I need deporting. I'm a what is it? A naturalized citizen, or is that the
Yeah,
phrase?
no, well, you're just a citizen. You're not, I suppose, naturalized if you've been here for a certain period of time or something.
Okay.
I guess.
But I've been here my whole life, mate.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I need to escape. But sadly, I don't like pina coladas. That's not true. I love pina coladas. Oh, he's got there, isn't he?
Doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's the last one. But... Oh, I do need to get away. But, you know, where would I go? They wouldn't want me.
Mm.
They probably wouldn't want me.
Mm.
Why don't you just put one behind it and put the squashy down?
I don't think the squashy had loaded.
Uh,
No, this is for the Zen Garden,
you can play Zen Garden mode. Ooh.
for example. It's just a way to make money, but there's an easier way to make money.
Rolling.
Okay, that's enough of that then.
Sounds like you don't enjoy the Zen Garden very much.
It's fine, but I would like to. Okay, yeah, I don't want. Don't make me go to the fertilizer. Okay. There you go. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Uh, is it a conveyor level? It might be. I don't think it is. No, it is. It must be. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's fucking go. That's interesting that it didn't go in that one.
Hmm. Did you know that World of Warcraft is 20 years old this year?
I did not.
That's a big old age, isn't it, for a video game?
Yeah?
Especially a video game that's like,
Oh, that's
you
not
know,
fair. You can't go there. I've got a fucking rate right there.
especially a video game like that, but
Hmm.
you know, with longevity of an online game like that is always dubious.
Yeah.
Did you ever play it?
No. I think
No,
maybe I
wasn't your.
considered it once, but no, I don't really like elves and shit.
You don't have to play as an elf. Play as a human. or a dwarf.
Like Peter Dinklage.
Yep. If you wanted to.
Hmm.
You could even call yourself Peter, if the name wasn't taken.
Which almost certainly is. But it's more likely that Tyrion is taken, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. It is definitely more likely. Taking the name of the two. But no, I had a habit of playing as a hunter, which meant that you could get a pet, which would fight
Yes,
for
you are the third person who has mentioned World of Warcraft to me in the last week who has played as a hunter. I have a
you. That's
colleague who played as a hunter because he sort of like just doing his own thing and being alone and didn't like arseholes saying, no, you're doing it wrong, you're supposed to be healing, dickhead, you know.
Well, I mean, it wasn't my main. It was what I enjoyed.
Mm.
I played as a human mage
Mm.
main, but the trouble is, there was always people complaining about the fact that I went fire build rather than arcane, which I think was the strong one.
Mm.
I'm like, I like fire. Fire's cool. Simple as that. What more fucking? It's a video game.
Mm.
Well, I give a shit what you people think. So, yeah, it's been years since I played Warcraft.
Mm.
Did we float the idea of playing an MMO together for this?
Yeah.
I think the difficulty
We
would be
played
finding.
way back when I was at uni. We played an MMO. I can't remember what it was called. We sort of got into it, but like a lot of MMOs, it did sort of fuck off. It did sort of the novelty wore off fairly quick.
Or was it Heroes and Villagers or something like
I
that?
think it was something like that.
It's just they do get a bit,
Samey, yeah.
yeah, a bit repetitive. I probably suggested the Division. It's
Possibly.
probably on that list of games. That's a shooter MMO set in New York.
Oh, that was a wrong call. That was a wrong call. Oh. Hmm.
Would you shoot stuff in New York with me?
I don't know.
He says aware that various service agencies may be listening in.
No, I would not.
No, I would not either. And I definitely would not fly a plane there.
No, shut your mouth.
These are proving bothersome, aren't they?
Sorry?
They're proving bothersome, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I need another plant pot so I can blow shit up. I don't appear to be getting any.
Next one.
What?
As in, like, the next one.
Come on, when you're ready.
I don't think I have any really decent MMOs anymore to really get into. It's a dying field. It's all it's what it isn't. It's live service now,
Mm.
isn't it? It's the thing. That
Mm.
means it's not really MMO. It's just it's not an MMO game. It's a game that you play online with a set number of people at any one time,
Mm.
which isn't really the same thing. You'll go into your arena and you'll fight your 100 other people or whatever it is.
Okay, where do we stand now, eh? I can put one there, I can put one there.
Yeah, you're good. That's it.
Yeah, that looks pretty covered.
Even if I eat through them, you're all good.
Ah. Hmm.
Our big issue with doing an MMO, of course, is that we'd have to make sure that we weren't playing without the other one.
Hmm.
and anything like Pixar, and I don't think we can trust ourselves not to.
Yeah, I mean it's worth considering. It would just have to be the right one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe one day, viewer. In fact, viewer, if you're still here, which you're not, but if you are, why not recommend an MMO that we could look at? Don't be a shit one, or we'll block you. We wouldn't block them.
I don't think we could afford to.
Yes, our overheads are ridiculous.
Hmm. Would you like my last topic?
Yeah, go on then. Oh shit, that was my last one.
Well, I suppose, I mean, this Chucky thing, it has gone off the rails a bit, but it's weird because, as I say, it's the same guy doing it, and he's always done it, so it doesn't quite feel like it's gone so much off the rails.
And that it's
You see what I
consistent
mean?
in terms of the law is consistent, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably what's the word? It's probably amended quite a bit as the years
Mm.
have gone on, but like it's building on rather than removing from.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've done interesting things with it, I guess.
Hmm.
But yeah, anyway, my last topic. Do you remember when that Boeing whistleblower died? And everybody thought that's awfully suspicious.
Oh yeah.
You know what's even more suspicious?
So's his wife.
It happened again.
Did it really?
A second Boeing whistleblower has died.
Wait, if I had a nickel for every time a Boeing whistleblower died, I'd have 2 nickels, which
Which
isn't
is
a
a
lot.
lot, but it is curious that it's happened twice.
Okay, no, that's terrible.
Yeah, it just sort of make you think, doesn't it? Food for thought.
Mm.
No, I ain't saying Boeing killed anybody.
Are they associated with Asda at all? Do you know?
No. You and your
Okay.
weird vendetta about Asda, which has only really existed in public in the last few months.
It's been a thing for years.
Well, I know, but you've only talked about it in this forum
I know because
a
you
month
mentioned it
ago,
earlier.
less.
You mentioned it earlier is the only reason I thought about it.
True. True.
Like you brought it up first today.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, time to double
Because
up.
I wouldn't get invited back to the Asda depot because of my bad driving.
Uh,
And then you mentioned me nan. Why you got to bring my nan into this?
I'm sorry, I'm sure she was lovely.
She was. She used
Oh.
to buy me the Beano.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry for your loss.
Years and years of Beano collections, and she'd save them up for me.
Oh.
When she saw me.
Oh. Was that your
It's
maternal or paternal grandmother?
maternal.
Maternal.
Yeah.
Well, my condolences.
For the death that happened 10 years ago. It's all good. You're off the hook. No, hang on. 11 years ago. Jesus.
God, that doesn't seem all that long ago, really.
No, but also at the same time, it feels like a fucking age.
I was probably
A lot's happened in that period of time.
It has indeed.
Hell of a lot.
Right, I'm going to put you there. That may have been a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Happy days. Fuck it.
I hope he gets buttered up.
I'll do you one better.
Bye bye. No, you got another one. And the butter didn't go through. No, it just gets squished instead.
Hmm.
I picked up a new game yesterday.
Did you really? What was it?
It's called Volcanoids. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Volcanoes.
Not about them, but they are. There is a volcano, which is a very essential part of the game. It's one of those survival crafty games, and the gimmick is that for the island that you're on, there's a volcano that erupts every set amount of time, in order to survive it, you either need to be on a submarine out in the harbour, or on a drill ship, which is like a giant drill thing that goes underground and escapes the volcano that way. And you have to upgrade your drill ship, and you're fighting against robots that have got their own ships and all that kind of crap. And I ended up starting to play it, and then blinked, and it was like 6 hours later.
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, in terms of like, it's got to that point now where it's a bit repetitive, and the tutorial went on for quite a long time in terms of.
Yeah.
It's very much it wants to make sure you know what you're doing, which is also fine because it was the first time I played it, and it was guides and hints and tips and all sorts going on for ages, which you could turn off, but they were helping. So, but yeah, it's an interesting one.
Bugger off, you.
They want me to fight like the big bad ship with the robots on, which makes me think that I'm near the end of the game.
It's about submarines.
No.
Sorry, what volcanoid? Sorry.
What part? Were you listening to any of what I was talking about?
Yes, I did. It's really engaging, and you played a lot of it, but it's sort of getting a bit samey now, and they want you to fight the big boss. I don't know where I got submarines from.
There is a submarine in the harbour, which is one of the places you can safely wait out the volcano, and it is where you arrive on the island. You get taken there by submarine, so you can. There is a submarine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Sorry.
Dig around underground as well.
Lovely.
Go mining with your pickaxe. I picked up another game this week, actually, called what's it called? Can't remember now. No, I didn't pick it up. It's a game I already had called Medieval Dynasty, where you travel to a village where your uncle lives, only to find out that he's died, and you need to make a life for yourself there because you've got no one else left.
It's an awful shame, isn't it?
What's that?
Your uncle's died.
Well, yeah. Because the only reason you're on your way there was because the rest of your family had been killed.
No, I need my rake.
So, yeah, a bit of a buzzkill. But the gist is that you're meant to sort of build a house and then build some more houses and make a little village, and people will move in and help out and stuff. And that's proved all right so far.
Well, good.
I've ended up setting up a small hamlet of about 12 people in the woods, because you need the trees, you see.
Yeah, trees are good for wood. They give oxygen, add a level of ambience.
Doing little jobs for people out and about.
Yeah.
We've got a guy that just looks after the well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a cushy gig, isn't it?
Yeah, he sorts out 1 bucket a day, I think it is.
Oh, he's landed on his fucking arse there, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm trying to strike up a romance with the woman that looks after the lumber mill.
Oh, how's that going?
I think I've got a.
You asked her to give you wood yet?
I think I've got a 80% relationship score with her.
Right.
Which I think is good. It goes up if you say something she likes.
I bet it does.
So You know.
Hmm.
But yeah, she's. I think the main reason for wanting to romance her is that she. Hey, I put her in that job in the first place, right? So
All
technically,
right.
I'm her boss,
So
which
she,
is, makes it.
that's a bit creepy, Jordan. Are you saying
But
she owes you one?
no. She lives in one of her houses, right? That we've got there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't double up for people unless they're in a relationship, which means that she's taken up a house, and she was the first woman that moved in.
Uh-huh.
So I started with her first, and if I can get her to move into my house, that's another house I don't have to build.
So really, it's about property.
It's all about property.
You, you're a shameless user.
I'm a land baron then.
You come around asking for rent. Oh, you can't afford it. Oh, well, perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. I know your type, mate.
No rent, there's just tax, and it all goes towards the king. I don't get a penny of it, allegedly.
Allegedly, you're skimming a bit off the top, aren't you?
Well, you know,
I know your type, mate.
man's got to do what man's got to do.
Yeah.
God.
I have done all my topics, haven't I?
Well, I don't know. You've got the list, so I can't.
SMP, Chucky, Slang Out a Date, Bank Holiday, Larry Dies of Simpsons, Bob Odenkirk, The Room, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Second Boeing, Death. Yes, I have. To answer my own question.
Okay. I've still not finished the Yahtzee's books.
Alright.
I'm still on the last one. I took a couple of days off because I was busy sorting some other
Yeah.
stuff out. And but he's ended up. The character has ended up on a spaceship that is being filmed as part of a documentary style TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Only they didn't know that's what was going on, and they've been cut off. And rather than it, they're just sort of having to act along as if everything's normal, even though there's been always ridiculous changes, like a mid-episode cast member change because they said something they shouldn't have said, and they've been dragged off and replaced by literally the nearest person to them in the room at the time, and just the absurdity of that situation. The main character has replaced the captain, who on an expedition stole his ship, so he's had to swap places with him. And they're trying to make a break for it. Is the current situation. Oh, and he got told who the author is that he was impersonating because that was something that he didn't know, and he had been told that it was a particular person, and I believe that person had just been stabbed.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate because I think he wanted to do the stabbing himself and he couldn't.
Well, maybe I'll kill this thing before it takes my seed. Maybe, actually.
Oh, that was close timing, that.
Yeah, well, we'll see how this planet... It doesn't look promising, though, does it?
He keeps getting buttered up.
Oh, we did it, I think. Yeah, that was a little peculiar.
If you did it, it timed out. There must be a time limit for those things, I suppose.
Wasn't aware there was one of those. Uh, I've been listening to a podcast recently on a series called Behind the Bastards.
Hmm.
Um, the one I've chosen to listen to is the first one. It's highly recommended by Last Podcast on the Left, which is a podcast, really the only podcast I listen to. The episode I'm listening to is about Steve Jobs.
Hmm.
Massive arsehole.
Yeah,
Um,
apparently.
stank to high heaven. Had a child with a woman. Refused to acknowledge said child as his until it came out in court after a DNA test. Um, he hastily signed the what do you call him, the alimony, I guess, and a child support agreement.
Hmm.
Everybody wondered why, and then 5 days later, Apple went public. So he
Uh,
signed the deal for very little money. If he'd waited until after that, it would have cost him a lot more. He was a shit. And Steve Wozniak apparently is a genius and a very,
well,
very
I have
nice
heard.
man.
I have heard as much.
No, a very nice man as well, by all accounts.
Hmm.
Okay. Fuck this noise.
You don't really get anywhere unless you're a bastard, do you? That's the problem.
Well, who wants to get anywhere if you're a bastard? I don't really want to.
No, I don't want to have to be a bastard to get anywhere really with this other stuff that I do. But
I don't have much ambition in that regard. I'm quite happy with things as they are. I've got ambition in my personal life, sure, but I think if you just chase career, success, and money, you're basically no better than an addict. You know,
mm,
that's what you
no,
are.
you're probably right. It's just a different form of it. It's just a socially acceptable addiction, isn't it?
And it's like at the end of the day, what happens when you're done? You know, okay, you've reached the top of the hill, then what?
Mm.
There's no guarantee you will. You might get halfway there and get stuck. Spend your entire
As
life
most
striving
people
for
do.
something that you're never going to reach.
And even if you do reach it, it'll be meaningless anyway, really.
Mm.
Because it is all really meaningless, isn't it?
Mm. Now, this thing doesn't recharge very quickly. So, I've got a big wave coming, so. It might be an idea to double up, actually. I mean, why not? I've got plenty of sun.
You have. Although they are also quite slow.
Yeah. But I've got two of them, you see, so.
Mm. Those buttery zombies. It's been ages since I've had corn on the cob.
Yeah, well, apparently they're weaker. They do less damage than the cabbage bolts. But the butter effect more than makes up for it.
Mm.
Because it's just it's not nice to have a little stun thing.
Yeah,
Especially if you stack them. You tend to get that pretty reliably.
yeah. You stood in that walnut.
It's alright. I can spare them.
I know, I just. There wasn't any luck with the butter on that one.
Thank you.
Very nice. Money, money, money. Lovely, lovely money.
Speaking of lovely money, this plant only exists to produce money.
Really?
Yeah, it just generates silver and gold coins
Oh, that helps.
every so often.
I'm sure.
Oh no, it's the Gigantar. That's annoying. Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, Saturday, this Saturday coming up, will be the first Saturday in bloody ages that I've got the whole day with my partner
Oh, lovely.
because we, until very recently, she was doing something Saturday afternoons one week and then a different thing Saturday afternoons the alternating week. So every
Yeah.
other week, you know, we weren't getting our full Saturday. We were only really getting a half day.
Mm.
So we'll be getting a full day this Saturday.
Mm.
We have decided that we're going to mark the occasion by going to the Owl Centre at the shopping centre. No, sorry, at the big garden centre, not that far from here, but not the one that's just around the corner from me.
I know a cracking owl sanctuary. That's a
There's a,
Partridge quote.
apparently, the thing about this Owl Centre place,
Yeah.
the thing that is made it so that we're going, is that they have baby foxes that they will let you stroke.
Right.
Isn't that kind of like?
You'll have to take a picture for your son.
Well, he's going with us,
All right.
but like baby foxes,
Yeah.
and you get to stroke them.
Well, are they happy about it?
Well, I hope so, but I've never been, so I don't know. I'm very good at fuss.
Are you?
Yeah, my cat loves it when I give him fuss.
I know. I never get any fuss.
All you do is make a fuss. But no, my cat loves it when I give him fuss. He gets all excited and everything. So hopefully the foxes will like it. I'm sad to say that I probably won't be able to nick one.
Well, I should hope not. We need fewer fox kidnappings, not more.
The foxes. I'll give them some biscuits.
No.
No?
No.
What's wrong with giving him biscuits?
They probably can't eat biscuits.
But what, they're called foxes. They belong to the foxes.
What?
They belong to the foxes.
What does?
Biscuits.
What's a biscuit?
Foxes biscuits. It's the advert, isn't it?
Is it?
Do you remember the advert with a panda who acts like a
That's
mob
not a
boss?
fox.
No, but they're foxes biscuits. I think it was a panda.
What? Is
Yeah,
fox,
the advert.
is fox a person in this scenario?
No, I don't know. But they were called they're foxes biscuits, right? But the panda who was a bit like a mob boss
Mm-hmm.
in the advert called them biscuits. I didn't dream it. This is an advert that was on for years.
Okay. Is this advert in the room with us now?
No, he's not in the room with us now, Ben. Of course it's fucking not. It's a fucking advert, and my TV's not on, and your TV's not on.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, and sometimes I think you just deliberately try to take the piss.
Uh-oh.
Scratch that. Sometimes I know you just try and deliberately take the piss.
How dare you?
How dare I point out your piss takingness? Well, I'll do it, and I'll do it because you'll keep doing it, you piss taker. Start calling you Peter Ian.
Oh, this big fucking brick.
Looks like a super mutant. Oh, as if it's just got two fucking buttons in a row. That's not good, is it?
Oh, it takes 2 one-hit kills. There's one. I'm hoping the butter can do the rest. Oh, fuck.
The butter would have done the rest if it hadn't.
I'm mercifully those things are weak as fuck. Oh, no. Hey, fuck you. Right. Time to load the fuck up on defense stuff.
Lay up. Lay it up. Prata. You better believe it.
Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Boop, boop. Oh, I do love the music in this game. How are you enjoying Plants vs Zombies?
Right.
Do you find it fun watching everything sort of build?
Eh.
Okay.
Why?
You never seem enthusiastic about the games I play.
Well, I find it hard to get enthusiastic about most games at the moment.
Huh. But it doesn't help that you're not playing them.
No. There's a reason I don't watch like Twitch videos and stuff.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I said when we started these videos that I like the idea of this being stuff people put on while they go to sleep. You know?
We're certainly trying to put them to sleep, that's for sure.
Yeah, it'll be on while they'll go to sleep whether they like it or not.
Just don't listen to us whilst you're driving.
No, best not.
I don't know.
Boop.
I suppose it doesn't help matters that we get to your videos at the moment later on in the
Yeah,
night, aren't we?
which
And
sort of leads to the exact same problem that made us change in the first place.
yeah,
In that you're
I
now
mean,
the sleepy one.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't before, was I? And
No.
but like this last month or so, I've been getting
Oh
quite to bed
fuck!
quite early.
Yeah,
Which is what
I told you.
Well, it's only because I've been, physically active for literally every bloody day.
Mm.
I did the best part of 2 hours on the exercise bike today.
Melon.
No, it's more like an hour and 40, but still, that's a bloody long time.
Oh, I can't afford that. Okay. The rate
We've
then.
only got a couple of levels to go.
Yeah, I sort of wanted. I can't really think of what to get rid of to put the melon in.
Yeah, you can't really justify get rid of the twin sun thing.
So what I have at the minute is that, and that's been working pretty well for me. I'm sure you'll agree.
I would agree.
Well, I honestly, I don't think anything is worth getting rid of.
Honestly, if I was going to say to get rid of anything, I'd get rid of a pumpkin. But you need to think about the cost of a melon.
No. I mean, I could easily be generating like 300 at a time, and it might help, but at present, I think we're fine. You know, this is the last one before the big boss fight, frankly. What I've got to do is really hold out. If I can get to the last flag, I can just let these things run.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
don't think I'll come to that anyway.
Get your melons out.
Yeah, I'm not.
My melons are out.
Have you ever thought of buying a sports bra?
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm not doing any. I'm just asking.
Why are you being mean?
I'm not being.
You are being mean.
I just asked you if you'd ever thought of buying a sports bra.
No, I haven't thought about buying a sports bra. Nor would I.
But you're always going on about your gams.
Well, they're going to be shrinking hopefully soon.
Do they chafe?
So what?
Do they chafe?
No.
Mm.
Why would they chafe?
I,
There's nothing.
I,
There's not
just,
enough.
I don't know. I haven't seen them.
you don't want to.
Well, no.
Well, then be thankful. You should be thanking me that you've not seen it.
Well, I'm just
You owe me for me not showing you.
expressing an interest.
Honestly.
I'm not going to buy you a sports bra for your birthday. That's what you're thinking.
I wasn't thinking it, but please, for the love of God, don't.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
You'd have to buy more than one for 60 quid.
Get your entire set. It'll be nice and soft and have a nice floral pattern or something.
Florida is so last season.
Well, alright. Being pretty picky for a man with a sports bra.
No, I'm a man without a sports bra.
Not for long, you ain't.
Oh, I don't know. I can make this month last. It's nearly 4 weeks till my birthday now.
Our birthday, really.
Well, no, it is 4 weeks till yours today, but it's nearly midnight.
Right, Jesus fucking Christ! Don't say
4
that.
weeks, Ben. Weeks. Well, 4 weeks from now, it'll be nearly over.
Well, my life.
Yep. But we can speed it up if you want.
No.
Oh, you're no fun. I want so little from you, and you barely give me that.
Well, you get what you get. You get out what you put in.
Well, I was hoping to put in a load of cigarettes.
I don't smoke.
We can change that.
I don't want to smoke anymore.
Who said you had a choice?
It would take too long for me to get back into it. No. Even the smell makes me feel a bit gross now. It's not an appealing smell to me anymore.
See, I get the sort of placebo feel of smoking just by putting, say, a pen between my lips and breathing in.
Yeah, I have a feeling if I was just huffing on flavored water vapor, it'd be much the same for me.
I don't need to smoke if I want to feel like I'm having a smoke, which is quite handy because it's cheaper. Pens are cheaper than.
One more, please. 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 Come on, you fucking thing. Thank you. That'll do.
Boo.
It's left made a dent.
Kablowie. For some reason, that's just reminded me of a game called 13 from the mid to early 2000s. And this was a cel-shaded game. It was very much comic book style. And the premise is that you're a bloke who wakes up with amnesia. You, after having some sort of incident on a boat, you wash up on shore, someone finds you, and you try and piece your life together. And it turns out you're part of a great big conspiracy involving the attempted assassination of the president, I think. And you are the 13th of a bunch of members of this organisation. You're trying to work out what the fuck's going on. I don't know what made me think about it, but I just thought about it. It's quite a good game.
A colleague of mine mentioned that one of his least favourite tropes is the long lost memory thing today.
Oh yeah.
That probably falls into that, doesn't it?
I suppose so, but I mean, it all depends on how it's presented, really, doesn't it?
Well, a lot of things do.
I feel like the way they did it in that you experience firsthand the recollection of things, and it's all logical that you're recording it at the time that you're recording it. Also, I think you're not actually the person. I think you've replaced them, which would explain why you don't necessarily remember it. But no, right at the start, there's a bit where you someone attacks the lifeguard station that you're in,
Mm.
and all you've got is a throwing knife. So you throw it, and it does that comic book thing where it, it, over the course of various panels, it sort of flies into his face, and you get the scream and
Mm.
fall and all that. And it's little things like that work. It worked back then, and it still works now.
Artie Croshaw reviewed a game which I thought sounded interesting. I can't remember what it was. It was part of a series. That's getting a bit sticky, in it. Part of a series. You may have seen this review. It was the one where I think World War One is going on overhead, but you're in like this underground bunker complex, and there's a monster in this maze, and you've got to go out and get
Amnesia
resources.
the Bunker.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I remember.
Oh fuck it, go on. You could do with replacing.
Was it? It might not have been Amnesia. It might have been a different series. But it's not. They're not. I mean, it's horror, isn't it? And I'm not a big. I'm not big into horror.
You big Jesse.
It's just it's cheap, isn't it? It's a lot of it's cheap.
Yeah. I can't say I don't understand what you mean. Oh, not this bad.
Corn felt exactly the same. Would you play a Halloween game for a horror game for Halloween?
Yeah, I just think about Outlast.
Which
Yeah.
one?
The first one, the good one, by all accounts.
Well, wouldn't catch me playing it.
You have to watch it.
That's what you think.
You can hide behind your pillow, hug your little cat.
Oh, he's a chubby little bastard now.
I bet.
Aren't you? Aren't you? Just gave me side eye. Don't blame him. See, the trouble is, he pesters me most of the day.
Yeah.
When I'm at home, he's all up in my face for a lot of it. And when I go to bed, I will lay down. When we're finished, I'll get into bed and I'll lay down, and he will be there, trying to get my attention and get some fuss and snuggle up and stuff almost immediately. Which is fine, but it does sometimes get a little bit much. Sometimes I do just want him to fuck off for 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah, I'm like that with you, really.
And it's worse in the morning because you know that I really just want 5 more minutes in bed sort of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't grasp that.
See, this is why I set my alarm for 6:30 in the morning. So I give myself half an hour lying in bed on my phone. And that helps.
Okay, but I have that time even, like, you know, my alarms are set for 7 and I've got, tomorrow especially, I could have like an hour and 15 minutes laid in bed on my phone if I wanted.
I can't imagine waking up and having to immediately get out of bed.
No. The only time I ever jump out of bed immediately now is if I've, like, forgotten to wash a bowl up or something. And
that's
Henry
not a
needs
good
a bowl.
call. I don't want to do that.
I was a little worried it wasn't going to get that one then.
Yeah, I worried it would just get the Jack in the Box, but that was ideal. I thought it would either get either or, but that was fortunate, wasn't it? You see, I could afford several melons now. If I had that extra slot, I would have put it in, but
Well,
yeah, I guess let's start doubling up.
Might
as well.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Let's deal with you first. We'll try to. That's not going to work, is it? No, it did work. Happy days.
He got taken out by the, or at least half taken out by the explosive, didn't he?
Yeah.
You lost a son in the bottom left.
Well, at this point, I suppose I don't really need it. There you go. Come on. Thank you. What's this? A note. Oh, this is written more fancier. Homeowner, you have failed to submit to our rightful claim. Be advised that unless you comply, we will be forced to take extreme action. Please remit your home and brains to us forthwith. Sincerely, Sir Edgar von Boss. Von Boss, even.
Oh no.
Oh no, not Crazy Dave.
Yeah, he had it coming.
Well, mercifully, I know how to win this. I think.
Yeah, get good. Tell you what I'd do.
What?
I would let the lawnmowers take him down.
They're not that good.
But there's 5 of them.
They won't do that much damage.
Well, they should. I'm disappointed on your behalf.
Oh, come on, give me a thing.
They want you
Thank
to
you.
use the jalapenos.
Well, I can't. I need those for the main gist of it.
I'm just saying they want you to use them. I'm not saying you got to do it.
Come on, please. Oh, fuck's sake.
What do the mushroom things do?
What mushrooms? Oh, they freeze.
Yeah.
Come on, just fucking do it. Thank you. Right, what's he doing? 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 That's how you do it.
Well, that looked like it was getting a bit hairy there.
It did, yeah. But I think we were in a much better place than we were. I think we can maybe afford to do this.
Whatever you do, don't destroy his newspaper.
I got to.
I've not read a newspaper in ages.
No, I don't think many people have.
I used to grab one of the local ones on it every Thursday, but now that I don't go to Morrison's for lunch every Thursday from work, I don't pick them up anymore. Which makes sense.
Doing a little bit of damage.
Cabbages.
There's no melon here.
He's starting to show signs of damage.
Yeah. Oh no, fuck off. Usually I wouldn't have done that, but given the circumstances.
You didn't have an awful lot of choice. It was that other freezy one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame that didn't. Just a few seconds later.
It's fine because it does splash damage, you see, so. Oh shit. There's something. Uh. Oh shit, that's not good, is it?
Not ideal. Neither's that.
Oh fuck. This is where things finally start getting a bit tricky. Oh, fuck off, you. I'm not dealing with that shit. What are we going for then?
Dead before you know it.
Oh shit. Yeah, you can't stop that. Which is unfortunate. Ugh.
That's unfortunate as well.
I'm gonna have to, aren't I, really?
Well,
Yeah, you see the health bar, we're more than halfway there. Now to stay the course. And put some flower pots up as a little bit of a wall, I guess. There we go. Ouch. That's not great.
no, it's not, is it?
Ah! Why are you dealing with those fucking things?
I would be more chatty, but I feel like you'd really better off concentrating.
Yes, alright.
It's alright.
It's probably a decent enough time to use that, isn't it?
Be wary of how many you've got left.
I've got enough. I expect one more might do it.
Nah, not one more.
Couple more, do you think?
What's stopping you from freezing him again? Sick.
That didn't work as well as I'd hoped.
Could be worse. You only really lost.
Oh, well. it does work. Look at that. Let's just do this. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, one more and we're through.
I'm sure you've said it already.
One more and we're through. This time for real.
Not for realsies.
Yay, we're through.
But now he's going to fall onto all the stuff.
That's alright. We'll build more.
Dropped a little statue.
And I got 3,000.
Plus a few hundred.
Yay. Well, that was fun, wasn't
Yes. Yes, it was.
it?
Congratulations for finishing the game.
I always liked this song. I always thought it was very chipper, and when I was a bit depressed in my first year of uni, I used to listen to this because I just thought it was fun and sweet. So, what are your thoughts on the whole of Plants vs Zombies? I don't say it was alright.
Well,
I want a bit more insight than that.
there was more of it than I could recall there being.
Yeah.
I just think, you know,
Yeah.
it's such a simple idea.
It's a fun idea and it's well executed, I think. So, yeah, I think what we'll do next time is we'll do some puzzles, and I'd like to do a couple of a survival one, and maybe a show you the not infinite money, but the good way to make money thing. So yeah, that should be fun. Never played. Well, I did play the sequel actually. I didn't like it much.
There was too much jumping backwards and forwards for my liking.
Well, I didn't really like the fact that so much was locked off, and they added so much more because it was one of them microtransaction thingies.
Yeah, fucking ruined gaming they have.
Yeah, it just sort of yeah, bored me a bit. Yeah, yeah.
That's a not very nice zombie.
It's oh, there's Crazy Dave. Look at him. He's fine.
I'm not too convinced he is, but
I like how we're all basically friends.
well, you know.
They've given up and they're just all going with it. Well, thanks for joining us. That's a plant we haven't seen, or will we? We probably will. Yeah, we'll pick this up again next week for one more go around. So more mini games, puzzles, and rocks. So what's in the shop now? Yeah, that thing and all this. Look at that. Look at that. We just replace them instead of having to buy new ones. We've got corncob cabin. We've got all sorts of fun stuff to play with. Yeah, we've got we can do adventure again. It's a bit more difficult. We've got survival stuff. So yeah. So yes, thank you very much for joining us. We will pick this up next week. Jordan is tired. I'm gonna let him go to bed.
I'm always tired.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.